Hi guys, this is Peugeot 307 from 2005, and today we will replace the pressure sensor on your AC line. So we open up the hood, secure it with a rod here, and now these are your AC lines here, and that is the pressure sensor on the AC line. It's not the most common reason for failure of the AC system. 70% of failures are due to a leak in the condenser. This here is your condenser. This is your radiator and this is your condenser. So this cools your engine and this cools your interiors. So basically the condenser looks pretty much like the radiator. It's a bit smaller and it's placed right in front of the radiator. So the air that passes through cools the fluid inside. And a small leak in the surface like that is simply causing the fluid escape, and then your AC line is empty and your AC system does not work since your AC compressor starts only. There's the AC compressor there, there's the clutch, and well, we could see it from underneath. I have another video, you can check it out if you're interested. But basically the compressor starts only when there's pressure in the system. So if your system is empty, like mine, it will not start even if all the components are great. Okay, so that's 70% of cases, a leak in the condenser. And then another 15%, which is the second most likely place, is this connections. So you basically spray it with leak finder, pressurize the system and see if you have any bubbles. And there's another connection there on the bottom, if you see. It's difficult to find a leak in the condenser itself because it's large and it has many areas which are difficult to spray with leak finder and then find bubbles. So you would basically need to take it out, put it under water and pressurize it and see for bubbles, which basically takes a lot of time, and yeah, it's a longer job. If these two cases are checked and they're all right, then it leaves small other things that you could have problem with, and one of them is the pressure sensor here. So if this doesn't sense the pressure, or if it senses wrong pressure, the system might malfunction. So how to remove it? Or maybe before we remove it, majority of these sensors or the systems will have a check valve here. I do have a check valve here, so even if my system would be full and I remove the sensor, then there shouldn't be a large leak out of the system because of the check valve here. I cannot promise you 100% that you have the same system on, depending on what car you have and what model. So if you want to check if your system is empty, you can basically do that by, you see, this sensor is located on a small line, so there's no need for checking if the large one is full. You just need to make sure that there's no pressure here. Maybe some light. And you do that simply by inserting a screwdriver and pressing on the pin inside. But it's good to cover it up with some rag, because I know that my system is empty, but you check because you don't know. So cover it with some rag, press it. If nothing is coming, it's empty. And of course, if it's not empty, then you'll get some AC fluid sprayed all over your face, which you don't want. So that's why you will use the rag. Okay, and now to remove this electrical connection, you simply pull this part up and take the connection out. So that's what I'm going to do. I pull it with one finger and then I remove it. That's how it looks like. Okay, and now we remove the pressure sensor with size 14 key, and then we operate it counterclockwise. So there's gonna be a small O-ring inside, so it will maybe cause us some trouble while removing it, but we will see. Okay, it didn't. So that's how our pressure sensor look like. And as you can see, I just put it aside. As you can see, there's the check valve here. And remember that whenever you replace the pressure sensor, you should renew this O-ring. It's basically a very cheap way to prevent leak from the system. Okay, and you install it very much alike. You basically renew the O-ring and you put the sensor in place. Doesn't need to be very tight. I'll just tighten it a bit. Okay, and now you reconnect your electrical cable, push it in place until it clicks, and it's done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and if you'd like to see more Peugeot 307 mechanics, check my channel out. I've got plenty of videos about this car, and good luck with your Peugeot.